Hello and welcome back to Man Child Motorsports. This is Papa Pugsley here for the Test Tune Tournament. Today we have the semifinals and finals. So before we get started, I want to address a couple things. We talked about this little cliff that we have there by the campers that is removed, so anything that's stopping there is actually just due to a slow car. And I also talked about a little bump that we have, so I've got that temporarily covered with tape and it seems to be working better, but we'll see what the end result is. Now let's start talking about what everybody's here to see. We got the semifinals, and we're also going to have the finals in this video too of the Test Tune race off to find out the final two spots to be in the main tournament. So today we're going to see in the semifinals Shadow going up against Ross Sungod, and Baby Richie will be taking a chance. So let's get into the racing. For our first race of the night, we're going to have Shadow from Road Rage Racing in his convertible Camaro come in at 60 grams even. And he'll be taking on Ross Sungod from Ross Sungod Racing. He's in a Nissan 370Z at 50.5 grams. So to start with, Shadow will be on lane 1 on the inside. Ross Sungod's going to be on the outside in lane 2. Okay, here we go. Looks like they're staying pretty equal. Looks like Shadow's off to an early lead coming around. Oh, something happened to Ross Sungod up there by the campers. Coming down, and Shadow's going to take the first win. 7.8830 for the time. Let's see where Ross at. Here's Ross Sungod flipped over there by the campers. Let's take another look at what happened. They were pretty even when they first hit the butterflies. The Shadow came out of the butterflies ahead. Looks like Ross Sungod just flipped right there by the campers, and then it was Shadow all the rest of the way by himself. So that's one win for Shadow. Alright, this time around, Ross Sungod's on lane 1 on the inside, Shadow's on the outside. Here we go. So Shadow's got a lead right to start with, coming out of the butterfly, still in the lead. Rock caught up around the campers there, is trying to pass, can't quite make it around, is going to push him into the finish there. So Shadow's got another win, 7.8931. So Shadow got out to an early lead. Coming around the campers, Ross Sungod was able to come up to him and was giving him a push, and basically tried passing around the loop there, wasn't able to do it, and pushed him in for the win. That's 2 wins for Shadow. He'll be going on to the finals. Okay, our next race is going to feature Baby Richie from Puff Racing. He's got a custom V8 Vega coming in at 49.0 grams. And he's going to be going up against Taking a Chance from Spirit of 64 Racing in a 73 Firebird coming in at 57.6 grams. So Baby Richie's going to start from the inside of lane 1. Hagen's going to be on the outside in lane 2. Here we go. Pretty equal hitting the butterfly. Coming out of the butterfly dead even. But Hagen's got a little bit of a lead. Baby Richie's right on his butt coming all the way down through. He's going to follow him right in. So that's Tegan for one win there. Coming down, they're basically dead even coming out of that butterfly. Coming around, Tegan got a little bit of a lead coming around the campers, and Baby Richie was just pushing from there on through. So that's one win for Taking a Chance. Okay, this time Tegan's on the inside lane, Baby Richie's in the outside lane. Again, pretty equal coming out of that butterfly. Tegan's got a little bit bigger of a lead this time coming down. Baby Richie's trying to catch up to him, not able to do it, but they both come in on their lead. 7.6631. Again, yeah, coming out, dead even coming out of that butterfly. But Tegan just opens it up a little bit. Coming around, they both got a little loose coming out of that corner and slid it on the top. So it's 2 wins for Tegan. He'll be going to the finals. Okay, so now we know it's going to be Shadow and Tegan Chance. It's going to be going into the main group for the group of 32 for the main race. And now we got to figure out who gets the 31 and 32nd spot as far as the qualifying. So here's the finals of the runoff. We're going to start those right now. Okay, for this finals race, we're going to have Shadow from Road Rage Racing. He's in his convertible Camaro coming in at 60 grams. And Shadow's going to be taking on Tegan Chance from Spirit of 64 Racing. He's in a 73 Firebird at 57.6 grams. So to start off with, we're going to have Shadow on the inside and Tegan's on the outside. Let's go. Now Shadow's got a little bit of lead coming out of the butterfly, opening up that lead a little bit more. coming down, got a pretty good lead going into that final. 8.2785. So they hit the butterfly even, but Shadow came out a little bit ahead. Opened up that gap coming around the campers, but then Tegan tried to close it up a little bit coming in around the 360 and then in for the final, but wasn't able to make the pass. It's one win for Shadow. This will be a first of 3 wins. We'll get that 31st spot in the main race. Tegan's got the inside this time. Coming down, Shadow's got a little bit of lead, hitting that butterfly, coming out with the lead. Staying pretty even, coming around. Looks like Tegan tried to catch up a little bit there, not able to do it. And Shadow's going to be in for the second win, 8.0959. It seems like Shadow had the lead all the way along this time. Tegan tried keeping it close the whole time, but just wasn't able to catch up and make the pass. And Shadow goes in for a second win. That's 2 wins for Shadow. Just needs 1 more to get that 31st spot. Okay, Shadow's back on the inside lane. Let's see what he can do from here. And gets a little bit of lead coming out of that butterfly like he did before. This is a bigger lead than he's had the whole race. Coming down, Tegan's quite a bit behind. And Shadow's in for his 3rd win. Tegan's over on his lid there. The Shadow had the lead all the way through, even going into the butterfly. Opened it up going around the campers. Coming down through that 360. Tegan caught up just a little bit, but wasn't able to be even close. Struggled a little bit there, and Tegan ended up on his lid. So that's 3 wins for Shadow. He will be getting that 31st spot. Hey, congratulations to Shadow. He is the winner of the runoff tournament here. So he will get the spot number 31 in qualifying. Tegan Chance will get the 32nd spot. Okay, so let's take a look at what the final qualifying ended up being, with these last 2 being in the 31st and 32nd spot. So here was our official qualifying that is going into our bracket for the actual test and tune race. So here's the brackets. So we have 8 groups. So the next video will have groups 1 and 2, and we'll try to do 2 groups for every video after that for the first round, and we'll go from there. So here's your lineups for the groups, so go ahead and take a look there. Now we're also going to keep track of the top 5 scores, or I'm sorry, it's the top 5 times. So here's what we have right now for the first 5. These are the top times, so we'll keep track of these as we go. If anybody beats them, we'll update it. So stay tuned for the next Test and Tune, and thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.